For stupid people like myself, can you give me your height, weight, and measurements?
I am 5'4". I'm 106 pounds, and I am 32, 24, 34. Big ass.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from the Bay Area. I've lived all over the Bay. I've lived in like San Jose. I've lived in San Francisco. I've just lived all up and down the Bay Area for most of my life.
Grade school. Favorite subject?
My favorite subject was literature. I really liked writing and reading. I still do.
At that point, I know it's really young, but did you have any idea what you want to do with the rest of your life?
Yes. I wanted to entertain. I wanted to be an entertainer. Every time I auditioned for the school play, I always got the lead part every time.
You mentioned auditions and stuff. Was there someone you maybe saw on TV or something that you wanted to emulate, or somebody?
Ooh, I really always look up to Audrey Hepburn. I've seen so many of her movies, and I loved how electric she is, and how just all knowing of herself she came across. Funny Face is one of my favorite movies, and she's like a model because she's like a nerd in the beginning, and she just is a model because she just captures everyone. And I'm like, I want to capture everyone too.
You mentioned you were a Catholic girl.
A Christian, school. Yeah. I went to like a private Christian school.
Tell us about that.
So I went to a private Christian school, and I really had struggles getting good grades because I always had so many questions, and questions in a kind of like organized private school are not allowed. And I always, instead of answering my questions, I always get sent to the principal office. And I was there more than I was in class, so I wasn't really learning anything, and I didn't understand anything. So then when I went to public school, there's kids that are way worse than me, and they were always getting the attention, and I was like flying under the radar and actually able to focus on school and get good grades.
In high school, were you the cheerleader, the loner, the nerd, the geek, the bookworm?
My first year of high school, I went to like very like kind of a dangerous public high school. So I was always hearing bad stories about people getting like jumped, and so I really like try to do less attention to myself as possible. And I ended up making a lot of friends, and I was a freshman, and I was hanging out with the seniors, and I went to prom all 4 years of high school because it was important to me, and I always wanted to have fun. I was like a really good kid. Like I never wanted to get in trouble.
Were you popular with the boys?
Was I popular with the boys?
Look at you.
I don't know. I was going through an awkward phase like all 4 years, so I don't really know. I think I had like guys that were friends, but I'm not really like, I think I was more of a tease.
You graduate high school. Any idea what you want to do with your life at that point?
But then I went to beauty school, which is something I really, really enjoyed. I loved learning about hair and nails and everything. So, and then I finished, and I had extra credits, and I got great grades because it's something I really cared about.
How did you come to be in the adult entertainment industry?
How I became in the adult entertainment industry is I was really curious about my own sexuality. I have a lot of fantasies I wanted to endure. I like creating something erotic and sexy and beautiful and artistic, and really like, I am still coming into it. I'm still realizing things about myself as a woman and as a sexual person. So that's how I really came into it. And it was really like horny. I was really like, I wanted like a big dick inside me like, all the time. So that's why I'm like watching it, and I'm like, I need it.
Okay. Were you an exhibitionist and stuff in school? Because you mentioned you were a tease and you liked attention and you wanted to be an entertainer.
Exhibitionist in school?
In high school. Maybe flashing guys or doing stuff in public, or?
Oh. I was never like afraid to get naked in the locker room or anything like that. Flashing guys, I flash guys more now than I ever did in school.
But is that a rush for you now to do it? Is it?
Absolutely. I do it all the time. Even like at the nightclub and I see a girl, I'm like, ah! And then she's like shocked by it. And I was always, I'm like always feeling like I'm free every time, everywhere.
Is that so the crowd sees you doing it, or is that because you want
Anyone could see me doing it. That's the part that thrills me, is just anyone could see me doing it.
Prior to doing it, have you watched adult material?
Oh, I watch a lot of porn. I watched it when I was really young. My neighbor's mom had the Playboy channel, and I just remember like watching it, just being fascinated by it. And
did you ever think at that point, I could do that?
Did I ever think at that point I could do that? I think there was a thought inside me. I think there was a feeling inside me that I definitely wasn't afraid of doing things like that.
You go to shoot your first movie. Any preconceived notions, anything as to, oh my God, I'm going to have sex with a boy, I guess? Or did you
Eric Everhard was my very first scene.
Oh, lucky one.
Amazing. I saw him before, I saw him like 2 weeks before my first scene at a nightclub. And I was like, oh my God, you're Eric Everhard. He's like, oh yeah, he's so sweet. He's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, I have my first scene with you. We're gonna do it in 2 weeks. He's like, wait, what? Who are you? What's your name? Like, he's just such a pro. He's, does it all the time. And he was just like, wait, what's your name? We have a scene together? Like, imagine getting approached by a random pretty girl and being like, we're gonna have sex in 2 weeks. And I was just so excited, I couldn't even breathe. I was just so excited. And then, just being there, there was, so much sexual tension. I just couldn't wait. I was just so thrilled, so excited.
You do your first movie. Do you wait before you do another one, or do you just jump in?
I was upset because I had to wait so long to do another one. And I was like, I don't know. I think in the beginning, I let people tell me what to do and boss me around and tell me what I'm gonna do when I'm gonna do it. And then I said, no, I wanna do what I wanna do. I wanna choose my jobs. I wanna go after what I want.
What do you like to do when you don't do porn? Assuming you have free time.
Oh no, I'm always doing something. I'm in a band. We're called Hot Sauce Holiday. And that's just something I do. It's a cabaret rock and roll show. And I'm, performing. I have band practice tonight. I wrote a song, and it just feels amazing. I can't even believe I did it. And once I dug into this creative side of me, I'm like, there's so much in there. There's so much depth. I want to keep going. I want to see inside of this part of me. And actually, it helps me when I don't have sex for maybe a week or two before the show, because then all my energy just explodes on stage, and it's like the best show of it's like the best show I could ever give.
What are your musical influences?
My musical influences are no doubt Frank Zappa, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, even musicals. Musicals are a really big influence because we're just such a big show. It's a production. Each show is different. And I'm watching people, how they perform, and entertaining them.
Have you ever seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yes, exactly. I was just going to say that. The Rocky Horror Picture Show it's huge influence to us every single time. Exactly. We're the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
When you're singing and dancing, do you consciously, subconsciously bring out your sexuality, or is it more about bringing your lyrics across?
It's the sexuality. It's just energy. It's everything inside of me just coming out. It's just amazing.
How much different are you than the person people see on camera? How much of this is an act?
How much of this is an act? In the beginning, I was really acting a lot. I'd turn on a character and I'm like, But, we all have to have our character when we're around a lot of people, because we have to protect who we really are inside. And, I don't let people, really know, who's really deep in here, because that's the part of me that feels and hurts and laughs and has all these different emotions. So the character is a protector, you know, and I'd say it just depends what situation I'm in.